So what else is good, man?
Yeah, what else we got?
Any Teslas?
Nah, no Teslas.
No Teslas today?
Yeah, Jay.
Jay.
No,
Jay, did you get your Tesla yet? Did you fund?
How's the GoFundMe going?
Did it clear?
It's non-existent.
Oh man, we gotta get them to at least donate a penny a day.
Right.
Pop Smoke died
last week, right?
Yeah.
Is there any development? So who's Pop Smoke, first of all?
Well, Pop Smoke is a gangster rapper from New York, from Brooklyn. He was really blowing up with the drill music out here.
Mm-hmm.
So, drill music started in Chicago?
Yeah.
And then somehow it transcended into UK, right? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then now UK is doing it, and now Brooklyn is doing it, or New York is doing it heavy.
Right.
But a lot of this stuff is gang-related lyrics, you know what I mean? And gang banging. What's funny is I know a homeboy, he was telling me, he was like, out there, the gang culture is crazy because you can be part of one gang. You could be like from two separate gangs, but you're considered a woo, right? So Pop Smoke would say, "Oh, come and meet the woo," or "I'm down with the woo," and all these, all these non-educated people that don't know about gangs are like, "Yeah, I'm woo," not knowing that that's a gang in itself,
right.
Which is like different neighborhoods. So let's say if you're from, it's like how Wu-Tang, they have Stapleton, and
right.
So it's like if you're from this neighborhood or this region, you're part of the woo. And you could be whatever gang, you could be Blood, Crip, whatever, and you'll be woo. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know why they chose? Because automatically when you say like I'm woo, I think like Wu-Tang automatically. Do you know why they say that? Like
it's
why?
woo, WOO woo.
Yeah, WOO woo. And
Got it.
and they changed their name. Of course it has some kind of jail ties too. But therein gets the Chos, right? The Chos and the Blicky gangs, and there's all these gangs that are out in Brooklyn. And I mean, long story short, Pop Smoke was gang banging in his lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like he was saying, "Yo, I'll shoot a woo, a cho and stuff like that."
Yeah.
So they were always he was always being targeted because he has the biggest name. He has There's a lot of other rappers that are woo and cho and whatever, but he was the most successful out of everybody.
Right, and he was calling people out.
Yeah, well, there was a situation where one of the Chos got bodied, you know what I'm saying? And they kind of like, he did the song with Travis Scott, right? So Travis Scott is like iconic in hip hop.
Right.
And he's like, you can't without the pop, you can't forget pop without the smoke. They scared they claim Crip, so they turn folk. I'm in the Ville dropping the Cho, you know what I mean? Like basically.
Right. Got it.
Oh, brother, that's a lot of heathen lyrics you got there learned.
Yeah, well, I'm involved in this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? What's up? But basically, that's what I'm saying.
Out here throwing stones, huh?
He was, but that's to give a background of what's going on in this music thing. Like, it's not just music. Like, everybody's just saying, "Oh, I'm woo," but they don't know what that really means.
What that means, right? Right.
All right.
Word.
So I'm gonna throw this out there.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
The official Brooklyn native.
East New York.
East New York.
So, Pop Smoke was young. He was only 20, right? But a lot of people, like even Switch, a lot of the older dudes, like they listen to this. Like this is entertaining, right? But at what age does it stop where you like you riding around reciting these lyrics and be like, yo, like this is dope. Like what age where it's not cool anymore, yo? You know what I'm saying? Like I was like recently I was and I asked that because I was listening to Royce's album, right? Royce just recently dropped the album. But he got a song with the Griselda dudes, right? And I know a lot of people love them dudes, right?
Oh, they gully.
Right. You're talking about Prince Royce?
This dude.
They still with the bachata.
Royce. Ding, 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 ding. That bodega, get that bodega music out of here, man.
Right. So anyway, like I was listening to it, and they ain't to condemn or talk, because I know people that love their music, but for me, Like I can't. It's just certain, like you be joking around, like yo, you listen to Mobb Deep. Now I used to listen to Mobb Deep. It's cool, but now like you sitting there and these dudes do. You know how they be doing all of that in their songs and all that. Like yo, come on, yo.
Pow, pow, pow.
Right, and they're not even doing that though. Like, come on, yo, you do that right now, you're done.
Right. You know, that was kind of my critique last week when we were talking about Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you 50 years old, you're somebody's grandpa. Like, you really out here. Come on, man. You
right, but we know
ladies.
Snoop. Right, we know he not doing none of that because then he issues an apology like a week later. You know what I'm saying?
Not trying to mess up his show bag. Come on.
Right. But you know what I'm saying? Like, when does that stop? You know what I'm saying? Like, what I found interesting was Pusha T put an apology out there after Pop Smoke died and said he's just realizing that he's made songs killing rappers, but like lyrically, you know what I'm saying? But he wanted to apologize for putting that out there though.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So now when you saying, and this dude, he been coke rap forever, but he's realizing like the power of words and what you put out there.
Yeah, I like that, man. That sounds like a Clips reunion album to me.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So like when do people, you know what I'm saying? Like at what age, you start like if you a grown man going your work 9 to 5 and you in your car talking about some do. Like,
right. You got kids, you got the car seats in the back and everything.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like when you really think about it, like
right.
there is power in words. Like, do you want your kids like singing that? Do you want your kids?
What's so interesting is like Juice WRLD passed from drugs, right? And that's all he'll talk about. Oh, drugs, I'm gonna die from drugs. And then this dude's talking about gangbanging, right? Shooting and ops and all this stuff. And
that's how he goes.
And that's, and the interesting thing about Juice WRLD too is that Trippie Redd came out and a few others, but Trippie Redd's the one that stands out. And he's like, man, we got to stop talking about and glorifying these drugs, man. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So sometimes it takes a situation like that for artists to really like reflect, and consider like, yo, there's got to be another way. Like this dude, Pop Smoke. Now he died from, they say it was a home invasion robbery, but from what I read, they didn't take anything, right? They didn't. So it wasn't really a robbery; it was a hit, right?
It was and then what they said, a 911 call came from
New York,
East Coast. Yeah. So
nobody from that house made a call. What's also sickening is like his brother or his right hand man. People were saying, "Oh, he set him up. He set him up," and like these people go in on these comments, man. Like
dude that was holding the money.
Yeah, like everybody's a private investigator.
Right, I know, because I saw a clip of the video of the invasion where it looked like dude with a hoodie.
Yeah, but then they're saying that's not even the actual clip. That's false. So so
dude just got a bunch of random
cats just go online and get footage, and they be like, "Oh yeah, this is this dude," and it looked like him, and you know what I mean. They start accusing.
I mean, it really did look like that dude, though.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, maybe it was another.
But he made a post. He was like, "I'm sick to my stomach. Like, how could you guys? This is my mother's child. Like, how could you guys say that I'm setting up my own brother?"
Oh, that's his brother. Like,
yeah. I don't know if it's blood brother, but that's what he said on the post. He said that's my mother's child. So I guess half brother or something like that.
I mean, we do know Cain and Abel.
Right. Right at the top, right?
I mean,
yo, Ant be in the comments like, yo, how come you not shot neither? What?
Right.
All right, dude slept through the whole thing. I don't know. I ain't really get into that with that dude.
Yeah, it gets nasty, man. The social media.
Yo, like how they get in the house though? Like you left the back door open for them? Like how'd they know?
I don't know.
And they came like 10 minutes.
And it was early in the morning too.
No, well, he had a party though. Like he had just had a party. So they could have been camped
10
out
minutes after. It was like 10 minutes after the party.
Yeah.
So it had to either be somebody from the party that was like informing them, or they were like you said, just staking out the whole time and just saying, "All right, let's go now."
Right. And then another thing, like unfortunately, he was dumb enough to be posting. He was putting like geotag pics on his Instagram, and he was
with his address,
showing his address. Like he would buy something dope, show the pictures, but then would never like cross out his address on the labels.
And he dropped the location. So
that's what I'm saying. Like the geotag pic, so you could just put his pics up and it know exactly where he's at right at the moment.
Yeah, and you could see the cars out front. You see the Range Rover, the Porsche, whatever's out front. Oh, that's his house. All right. You know what I mean? It's just sad, man. It's sad, but hopefully we live and learn, man. I think you know what? Hopefully we learn and live. I think somebody said that one time. I don't know if it was Paul Walsh or something. Sometimes we ain't always got to live and learn. You know what I mean? Sometimes we just got to learn from other people and live and be like, all right, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to act that way. You know what I mean?
All right. Crazy, man.
Yeah, man. So back to your question. You're saying what age?
I'm just thinking like, just what age do people finally realize like enough, yo?
I think it. I mean, we already know, man. It depends. We know grown folks who's like in and out of jail. Look at Jay-Z. He just started rapping like an adult. You know what I mean? Like when he dropped that 444. You know what I mean?
Responsible.
Hey, but he still be rapping about his bricks though.
Right.
How his bricks got him there.
And he signed. He's the one who signed Griselda, right?
Nah, it was M.
I mean, but all right.
It was M, but I don't expect nothing less from M.
M is Mr. Immaturity to me, man.
Right, that dude. He gonna talk about drugs and killing his baby mother till he's 60.
When he said in his last album, I'm Steve Paddock with an automatic. Steve Paddock was the guy that was shooting out the balcony at the Mandalay Bay thing. Remember that? Yeah. And Eminem said that I'm Steve Paddock with an automatic or something. Nah,
he said it.
No, I'm saying that dude.
Oh, allegedly what happened?
Oh my gosh, here we go.
But then he tried to
tell me there's a story.
Nah. But he raps that, right?
I'll tell you later.
Then he tries to flip it to be like, oh, it's for gun control.
Right.
Like, come on, yo. So you rap all of that to try to flip your music video to be like it's for gun control.
Right. People like you is the reason why we don't need gun control. You know?
Right, you know what I'm saying?
I'm afraid of someone like you pulling up on me.
Yeah.
Yo, Ant is like a grumpy uncle, son.
Nah, yo, it's just because
it's out here, man.
Yeah, man. Nah, because it's just crazy to me, like. You know what I'm saying? Like when you gonna stop killing your baby mother, yo? Like when, you know what I'm saying? When we gonna get like when he had I guess he had that one joint with that Recovery album, right? Where he decided to just rap. And I guess it didn't get what he thought.
That's what it was.
Right. So he went back to the nonsense.
He said, I gotta get in my lane. I gotta get in my lane.
That kind of answers the question, like when it comes to like music, because if that type of, songs or a record might not getting the response you want, but people like that, that gang banging, killing, and thugging and all that stuff, then
right. So who's
gonna do if you want your paper?
Who's worse, the artists or the listeners?
Both, yo.
That's a good question.
But I can't front a lot of stuff too. I mean, I know we like to say this like a cliche, but sonically, there be a lot of things that just sound dope. Like you just rap. Like Eminem is such a lyricist that it's just like, oh, this is dope. Like, you know what I mean?
So go ahead. Yeah. I agree.
And it's just like the beat is hard and then the production and everything is just super high quality. And you're like, wow, like this song is crazy.
Right.
But then after, I mean, especially us as Christians, the Holy Spirit is like, or even during, you're just like, nah, I can't.
Right, you can't keep listening. You were like, oh, this beat is knocking, and it sounds great. But then you're like,
I can't listen to Cardi B anymore.
Then you're like, yo, let me check out that new Hovey or that What Up RG.
So, but see, that was one of the things that like we was talking about before. Is like. It's certain things like you said, like the beats, they producers, everything, you know what I'm saying? They spitting, it sounds great and you just can't help it. Like it sounds great. But I think that's one of the things that made Kanye's move so big. Because you knew as an artist like him coming over, switching sides, like you knew he wasn't going. First of all, you knew he wasn't going to ride a wave like unfortunately, some CHH artists do. You know what I'm saying? To where it sounds so cheesy that it, because they ride in that
Bang,
wave.
bang.
You know what I mean?
Shots fired.
When you know Kanye.
Call for backup.
Right. So Kanye, he gonna do him. He gonna still be on his production tip, but he gonna make sure it's top notch though. So like you don't really feel cheated, yo. So
that's true.
Yeah, he put out a great album too. So I never listened to the Christmas album though. Actually,
it's really it was it's the choir. That's what it is. It's just the choir, which I still think is dope. Like they how they flip the songs, but I mean, I think that's the big thing. So my thing was Switch. One of my we had spoke before. One of the reasons why I like that new dude Will Cater, because of he was spitting like was spitting like you said, like kind of reminds you of like a G Unit / Styles P.
Yeah.
Because of the way
it wasn't melodic. It wasn't that melodic thing,
right?
Even though he has a commercial song too, that's like a reggae type,
like the reggae joint, right. But how many reggae joints you hear?
Yeah,
but that's what drew me to him, because it's like, yo, he's spitting like he going hard, and it sounds like some New York gutter type rap, but he bringing the truth to you, so I can listen to that. Because you still get your head bopping, but it don't sound corny. Oh,
I'm dropping mics.
Dropping the mic. Mamba out.
Like I'm like Buster Douglas out here dropping mics, man. But yeah, you know what? To go back to your point, support your local Christian CHH artists if you like them. If you really enjoy their music, support them. Because a lot of times they don't have the big back end, the big money. And, look, it's like me, right? I have to take care of my own recording, my own videos, my own merch. Everything is coming out of pocket. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. A lot of these guys are working 9 to 5 unless they come across a nice deal, which is very hard to get unless you have a buzz. So support anything you love. Anything that you really love that's Christian, support it so you can keep pushing their I guess their ministry or their career.
Like this podcast, definitely.
Like this podcast.
and don't forget, like I know, like folks, if y'all listening, don't forget. I mean, we talking about other people, but Switch got some joints too.
Right.
Don't sound whack.
Tell them.
Might not.
Give him a minute to breathe.
His JSPs might not be up to par, but
JPMs.
GPS.
No, JPM.
My JPMs are getting up there, man.
The JPMs.
Nah, but he outside though. Yeah.
But it sounds good. Like I like the, you know what I'm saying, sonically is dope.
Appreciate
that. And your man too. What's the other dude? He's spitting. I like him. Q, yeah, he's spitting too. His little freestyle was fire.
Yeah.
He's from the Bronx too?
Nah, he's out from Brooklyn.
All right.
Oh, no wonder.
That's why, and like that.
That's why. Q.
Yeah. Pray for Q Streets, man. You know what I mean? Definitely need, just keep that brother in prayer. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Oh, you talking about Michael?
This dude, I don't know.
Who you talking about?
He putting his government name out there.
Right. Yeah.
I think you're talking about the new freestyle that I just dropped.
Yeah.
And that was over that back to back, and he came after me. Yeah, Michael. Shouts out to Michael.
But what's his name on Instagram? Isn't that Q something?
Oh, you talking about Q the Conqueror?
Q the Conqueror.
Yeah, well, there was another individual that came right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I'm talking about Q. I'm talking about Q because remember he put out the freestyle. That
freestyle, yeah, Q the Conqueror. I thought you were talking about a secular cat that I know. That's why.
Oh, no. I ain't talking I ain't talking secular right now. But nah, Q the Conqueror. That's what I'm talking. Is he from Brooklyn?
Yeah, I believe so.
I mean, don't be making me shout out people that ain't not from Brooklyn.
I think he's from Brooklyn. I think he's from Brooklyn or Queens.
He said, if you're not from Brooklyn, you don't get a shout out.
Right.
Well, maybe he's from Harlem. Maybe he's from the Bronx.
Oh my God!
Come on.
Forget it.
Let's do this from Texas.
He's from New York. That's all that matters. He's from New York.
He's from Plainfield.
Nah, it was dope. Either way, it was dope.
Yeah.
He's from White Plains. He's from White Plains.